Good afternoon or evening, everyone. In today's video, we are looking at a massive storm upcoming later this week. This is going to bring a ton of snowfall to the northern plains, even potentially bringing a major ice storm to portions of the Chicago area, going into southern Michigan, into even New York and Pennsylvania. We're also going to be looking at some severe weather down there in the south for Wednesday. Here we are looking at the GFS model about 6 p.m. of Monday. This system makes its first appearance here off the western coast of Canada, and this will be moving across into the western United States, into those Rockies. This will eventually start to move down into Montana, the Dakotas. That's when a lot of that snowfall will start here. And this is going to be 6 p.m. of Tuesday. So already starting with that snowfall Tuesday, existing throughout Wednesday. This is going to be overnight of Tuesday into Wednesday. And then as we head into the afternoon hours of Wednesday, we could see a lot of those storms popping up. Strong storms over the Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, over those areas. We'll see those strong storms. And then that's when really a lot of the ice starts as well. We see a lot of this ice here across Iowa, northern Illinois. A lot of the Chicago area might see some of this major ice as well. Northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio, as well as southern Michigan. We'll see a ton of this ice also going into portions of Pennsylvania and New York. May see devastating impacts from over an inch of ice possible in some places. We are still a little ways out from now of this ice storm, so a lot of those totals will vary in a lot of places. So I will make sure to do follow-up forecasts after this upload throughout the week until this hits. As you can see, a lot of that ice continues. A lot of that heavy snow continues across the northern plains, now going into the northeast. And a lot of places in New York looks to be seeing widespread ice impacts going throughout Thursday. And then a lot of that heavy snowfall goes throughout the northeast, eventually makes its way out around Friday. As you can see, we can see quite a bit of snowfall from this. A lot of these lighter green colors, you are seeing upwards of 18 inches of snowfall. So over here in southern Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, even portions of northern Iowa could see a lot of snowfall up to 16 inches. Over here in southern Michigan, also up to 16 inches of snowfall. Portions of New York could see some of that snowfall from heavier bands across some of those lake effect snowfall bands as well. And then we're going to be looking at the ice totals here, but some of those more pinkish colors, upwards of a foot of snowfall for more of those whitish colors. Going to darker pink into purple colors, you're going to see more of around 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. More of those edges you are going to see around those whitish, bluish colors. You are going to see only about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Now here we're looking at the ice totals for this western half of this ice storm. As you can see, starting over here in Iowa, we could see in southwestern Iowa upwards of 1/4 of an inch of ice. That will definitely lead to some travel issues and even some damage in some places. That could bring down small power poles, even small trees from the heavy weight of that ice. And then going deeper here, upwards of 1/2 inch of ice. That is a lot of ice already, and that will bring a lot of damage to trees, power lines, and also those travel issues. You definitely don't want to be out on the roads with that type of ice. And this goes throughout here, 1/4 of an inch up to 1/2 inch of ice. And then you get into deeper eastern Iowa, where you could see upwards of 3/4 of an inch of ice, which is a ton of ice. And then you get into northern Illinois. Of course, this may change, and this definitely will be downgraded from the totals we're seeing right now. But again, this could definitely happen. We've seen these types of ice storms before, and even upwards of an inch of ice or more. Over here in northern Illinois, southern Michigan, you are seeing upwards of an inch of ice and even more than that possible. Northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio as well. As we go into more of those northeastern states here, we have more potential for big impacts from this upcoming potential ice storm here. Going throughout most of northern Pennsylvania, more the northeastern parts seeing the most of it. Upwards of 1/2 inch of snow of ice throughout most of these areas, which will lead to some of those major impacts to travel, trees, and power lines. Over here, even upwards of an inch of ice as well. for southwestern New York, even going throughout most of southern New York. You're seeing over half an inch of ice, which could definitely be a very devastating ice storm. I will keep you updated with these updates as these models continue to update. Now, this Canadian model does not show as much ice over here across the New York and Pennsylvania areas. But as we go again into portions of the Midwest, you can see here another devastating ice storm potential throughout the Canadian models. So this is definitely a trending ice storm throughout the models here. Upwards of an inch of ice, upwards of an inch of ice as well. Even more than that possible throughout these areas. Again, these will update over time. We still have around 4 days out, 4 to 5 days out from now. So things will change. I will keep you updated with these frequent uploads. Again, these models do update, so this is not a down to the point forecast just yet. This is an idea of what we will possibly see. This is one scenario that we could see, and the GFS model is also another scenario of what we could see within later this week. We also have a severe weather potential for Wednesday so far. I think we could have a small severe weather potential as well for Thursday. But as you can see, we have a 15% chance for severe thunderstorms across portions of northeastern Texas, going throughout a lot of Arkansas there, northern Louisiana, northwestern Mississippi, and western Kentucky. We'll see a chance for severe weather. We'll also keep you updated on that with some of these uploads coming probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If you did enjoy the video update, if you did enjoy the video on this upcoming potentially historic massive storm that's bringing historic amounts of snowfall, potentially a massive catastrophic ice storm, and even some severe weather down in the south. If you want more updates, be sure to subscribe to this channel. If you are new, turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single upload on the channel this upcoming week on this big storm. We'll have uploads. I'll try to upload every single day to keep you guys updated. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.